do on a cold, rainy weekend in Pennsylvania? Well, you put lights on your equipment. Let's check it out. So, I got the idea back right before hunting season. We have a terrible time at night trying to see. And the older I get, the worse that problem becomes. So, I saw on at Tractor Supply, they had this light bar. This is a 7.5 inch or 7.25 or something light bar. It was on sale. So I got it to put on the Yamaha here because I've been thinking about getting a snowplow for it. So I bought that, and I bought the wiring harness kit, which comes with a switch, a relay, and then a cord to run out to the lights. Made it a piece of cake to wire into the four-wheeler. And you can see it's got a good waterproof plug there. Very nice. All the connectors are like that. The switch is a little bit chintzy. I thought they'd have a little better switch on it, but it works. It's functionable. Works well. But boy, I tell you, that light there, that really makes a difference. While I was at it, I bought a winch. This is the Traveler winch. It's a 2,500 pound winch from Tractor Supply, and I got the kit to wire it into. It comes with the switch and the contactor and everything you need to hook your winch up. So that really made putting a winch in a piece of cake. So then we got the old John Deere 2210 here, and I do quite a bit at night if we need to bring wood in or whatever with it. So I wanted to get some lights on it if we had to plow snow up here at camp or whatnot. So I went with these pod lights for it. They mounted right to the roll bar there. I did not run the wires inside in case I want to change something eventually. I do want to get another pod light to shine out the back of my implements, but they really work well. And again, I bought the wiring kit that made installation relatively easy. I mounted the switch right there, focus, and they really light up the world. I'm very impressed with those. And last but not least, after I got the light bar on the Yamaha, I thought I wanted to do something with the Suzuki. The Suzuki's automatic. The Yamaha was that hybrid, no clutch, but you still got a shift four-wheeler style. But the Suzuki's a true automatic. And I thought, well, if I get a snowplow for one of these, I'm going to want it on the Suzuki. So I got the pod lights because I was afraid if I mounted a light bar like we got on the Yamaha down on the bumper, I was afraid it was going to be behind the plow. So I went with the pod lights, put them on the rack, and again, I'm very impressed with those. Again, I bought the wiring kit with the switch and everything. I mounted the switch right up there on behind the rack. I hope I didn't get it too close to the rack, but I don't think I did. I also bought a winch kit, winch switch kit for the Suzuki. This has a Badlands winch, 2,500 pound from Harbor Freight. Now, mind you, I use a winch a couple times a year, maybe. So I didn't really want to spend $300-400 on a winch that I might use, twice a year for something dumb, occasionally hang a deer or whatnot. But not even that often anymore. If I get a snowplow and it's not going to hold up, then I'll buy a Warren or something. But it came with a remote control, and I did not like that. I was always losing the remote. It was draining my battery. I didn't like it, so I took it off, and I got the winch kit from Tractor Supply and hooked it up, and it works fantastic, just like it did in the Yamaha. So that's it. That's what you do on a rainy weekend. You spend money and light up your toys. Take care, everybody, and God bless. So here we are at night. We're going to look at these traveler lights and see the difference between them. Here I'm going to light up the 7.5 inch light bar I have on the Yamaha. So that's with the 7.5 inch light bar. That's pretty darn good. Way better than the headlights. There's the headlights. So headlights, high beam, headlights, high beam, and light bar. So it doesn't go real wide, but it's not too bad. Pretty good. Alright. Now let's check out on the Suzuki. I put the quad lights. Or, excuse me. On the Suzuki I put the pod lights. So there's two of them. As soon as I remember where I put the switch. I haven't really got to try these at night yet. Okay, here we go. Pod lights. So I angled them out a little bit to get a little wider spread, and I kind of like that better than the light bar, actually. So that's pretty good. There's the headlights. That's the headlights. That's high beam. Okay? High beam headlights on the Suzuki. And there's with the LEDs. So that's pretty good. I like that. I actually like the pod lights, I think, a little more than I like the light bar, actually. Good. Alright. Now we'll go over here. I put them on the John Deere too. John Deere, I put them on the roll bar. I put two pod lights on the roll bar, and my goodness, does that light things up, because they're way up in the air. And again, I spread them a little bit. I pointed them out just a little so I get a little wider light spread, and that really worked. So far, I'm impressed with these traveler lights. I don't know how long they'll last or how tough they are, but so far for the money, I would recommend.